My Frost fans, and welcome back to the video, guys. Hey guys, how you guys can get millions and millions of Unhinged XP, which would be pretty cool though, guys. Can be a lot of fun to level up your rarity all the way to the max. Can be pretty cool. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Hit the little bell. Hit like, guys know whenever I post a video. If you guys actually want to follow me on SuperCard, all you got to do is just type in PaytonFrost, all lowercase or all uppercase. But as I said, you guys can see my name like this, PaytonFrost, like this. But as I said, there's a space after my name. You guys won't be able to find me. But as I said, if you guys type my name all one word without a space, then you guys can find me on SuperCard. Either way works. Come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, come on. It can be pretty nuts because I'm actually showing how you guys can actually get millions and millions of XP, or pretty much just tons and tons of XP for the actual new Unhinged rarity, which would be pretty cool. And like I said, the way of actually getting to the new rarity is actually just trying to get tons and tons of XP. But like I said, I'm going to show you guys some of the big ways on how to get tons of XP. And like I said, if you guys are actually getting tons of Unhinged rarity XP, you get over 19,000 plus, which is pretty cool. Because like I said, the way on how to get tons of XP is you're pretty much going with this is your level bar right here. I said you can start from level 1, which is like this, like few hundred, then you start to get thousands, 100Ks, then you start to get to the millions, which is pretty insane. And like I said, if you guys want to get to level 50, which is the last level, but then you have to get maxed out, which is like going to be like 5 million XP. But like I said though, guys, keep in mind we have 2 rarities left. We have SummerSlam 25, we have 1 more after that, which is going to be another mystery one, like they did with the Inferno one, and then after that, we'll have the brand new Season 12, which will be pretty insane. But guys, like I said, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you guys are excited. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys all the different strategies, you know, exploits, glitches, pretty much everything on how to get tons of XP. I want to show you guys all the different modes and stuff, which would be pretty cool. So, so pretty much, let me show you guys one of the biggest ways on how to get XP. So pretty much, as you guys know, you guys can actually go to the campaign itself, go to rewards, and if you guys actually get to the cards themselves, pretty much every single one of these will actually give you tons of XP. Pretty much from like the starter, from like the first pack all the way to the last one, you know what I mean? At least for the campaign. And like I said, you guys can save up all the rewards and stuff, like save up every single campaign pack. But I will say this, you guys only get XP of the tier that you guys are currently on and higher. So pretty much if you guys already surpassed like the other tier, the other rarities, you won't really get any XP from it. You might get some, but you won't get much. But like I said, if you guys are currently on that rarity, like Unhinged and then higher, then you guys will get more. But like I said, if you guys are, let's say you guys are WrestleMania and you guys get Unhinged rarity cards, then you guys will get the 19,000 XP. That's what I'm saying. And then like I said, then you guys can also get more XP from like Pro and other stuff, which I'll show you guys here in a minute. And then you guys can also do like other like big events like TBG, Team Stomping Ground are always nice ones. But like I said, you guys can also play like the Psychopath event. You guys can do the first stage, second stage, third stage. And like I said, every single one of these cards, you guys can get big XP, which is nice. And keep in mind, there's also the new cards coming out. And remember, any of the new special cards, limiteds, event cards, any event, pretty much anything with these cards, you guys will get tons of XP, which is really cool. But I will say, one of the big events on how to get tons and tons of XP, pretty much every single pack from like the bronze pack to the silver, gold, platinum, and diamond packs, then you guys get tons of XP from this. And even if you guys don't pull the top card, you guys still get a good bit of XP. Because one of them, I actually pulled, I don't think I pulled like top card. I got like 9,000 and 19,000 XP. But yeah, but like I said, if you guys already maxed out on XP, you can't get any more XP. But yeah, but like I said, I'm just showing you guys all the big ways on getting tons of XP. Or like millions and millions, which is pretty cool. But like I said though, guys, those are some of the big ones. And like I said, you guys get tons of XP from the drop board and also the rarity board, which is 2 of the big ones, which is pretty insane. And like I said, whenever there's like different events out, always play those events, because then you guys can get tons and tons of XP from those different events, which is really cool. Which is pretty cool. And like I said, any events that you guys play, like King of the Ring and also PvP and the Battle Pass Daily Streak, also the Backstage event, daily, and yeah, the Daily Streak, go on their website. Yeah, you guys also get XP from those cards and stuff, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, which is pretty cool. I said you guys get tons of those XP, or tons of that XP, because like I said, anything in the game, you guys get tons and tons of XP. Now, for the next thing, if you guys go to the card catalog, this is one of your most, you know, awesome things, or broken. So you pretty much get any XP from WrestleMania and Enigma, SummerSlam, Inferno, Metal, Inc., Invasion, Pharaoh, Legion, Royal Rumble, Duel, Fowler, WrestleMania, and Unhinged. So you guys get XP from pretty much any of these rarities. And like I said, if you guys are starting out in the game, you can forge any cards. Now this one, like the starting one, if you guys are starting out the base one, This one just costs crystals, and like I said, you guys can get crystals in the actual ring domination now, it looks like, and you guys can also get them in PvP and also campaign and also the daily quests up here. Yeah, which is pretty cool. And also, remember, you guys can also get XP in like the like these cards here and stuff, you know, like quests and other stuff, which is pretty awesome. So pretty cool. And like I said, whenever you guys are making cards, you guys can make any one of these cards. But remember, if you let's say just for an example, you guys are at dual rarity, any one of these cards you guys make, you won't get XP. But if you're like at WrestleMania 40 tier rarity right here, then you guys can make any one of these and you guys will get XP. But like I said, if you guys are at Unhinged, you won't get any other XP if you guys are at Unhinged. And letting you guys know, you guys can actually combine the actual events and stuff, like the Ring Domination, War Games, Road to Glory, and Giants and Elite. Well, yeah. So Ring Domination, Giants and Elite, War Games, Road to Glory, and you know that type of stuff. You can combine those, and also the Daily Streak, maybe the backstage event. As long as you guys know the card that you're getting, you guys can actually make a single for 4,500, or you can make a pro for 9K. But like I said, instead of actually, you know, making the card right away, and then, you know, because instead of actually spending 9K, you know, as soon as you guys get the card, then spending 9K, what you can do, you can actually spend 4,500. As long as you guys know that card you're getting, you can spend 4,500 and actually get a pro right away from the event as well. And like I said, you guys get 19K XP from every single card you guys make, which is pretty cool. That's why I say the catalog is really good. Now, for one of the other big ways is whenever you guys actually pro cards, you guys can actually pro your base cards, which is always cool. Pro these whatever rarity that you guys are at, and then higher, then you guys will get that XP. And the same thing applies to manager cards, support cards, all that type of stuff. You guys can pro them, and for an example, you guys can just pro like these double ones, don't even upgrade them. Just pro them, and you guys will get 19,000 XP, which is pretty good. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, even if you guys pull like the dual support cards and stuff, it's good. I would hang on to those because you guys get XP from them, which is good, and you guys can also pro them, which will give you XP. And you remember, you guys can pull those cards also on the draft board. Same thing as the rarity cards. And then sometimes they have like special edition cards you guys can pull on the draft board, and you should be able to get, and you can also get XP from them too. Same thing on the rarity board too, and same thing if you guys get a limited or anything, you guys get XP from that too. That's what I'm saying. Everything, no matter what game mode you play or pack you open, no matter what, you guys will pretty much get tons and tons of XP, like millions of XP. It's pretty cool. But like I said, those are some of the big strategies. There's even more. Like I said, the more you guys play, the more big strategies you guys do, the more you can add to it and get yourself even more XP. But what game mode would you guys like? What would be the best game mode to get a lot more XP? The boom mode. If you guys play the boom game, then you guys can get yourself tons of XP, because pretty much any one of these packs from like bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, you guys get yourself tons of XP, which is pretty cool. And like right now, you can get you get cards from that one. Then you guys can get support cards, and then for the big one, may not be guaranteed Unhinged, you know, regular or base card, but these cards are still good because you get XP, and you guys can also pro them if you have more, and of course then you guys can also add them to your team as well to help you out with campaign and stuff, and help you get more cards from campaign. That's what I'm saying. Anytime whenever they have like those big events stuff come out, you know, getting all those certain like the big cards and stuff, it's always good to play that. You know what I mean? Because remember, keep in mind, there's a lot of ways on getting XP. And the main way on how I get XP, because where I'm actually at right now, the main thing of what I've been doing is pretty much just doing the actual boom mode, the draft board, the rarity board. I've been getting a lot of XP. That's what I've been doing. Because like I said, there ain't really a whole lot of ways right now, like for like different game modes. Like there's not a whole lot of game modes and actually getting tons of XP. The Psychopath's it, because like I said, even if you guys play like ring domination stuff, you don't really get no XP from it. At least from the cards you guys pull. Because they know in those events you guys can actually get lots of XP from like those different cards. So they kind of like capped it on that one. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but yeah. Like I said though, guys, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And like I said, if you guys want to get a whole lot of super coins, you guys can do the TBG, Team Stomping Ground, PvP campaign. Yeah, PvP campaign, Money in the Bank, you know, QR codes, locker codes, free gifts, bundles, quests. You know, there's a lot of stuff. And also, same thing for like rarity draft picks. You guys can do the daily quest, TBG, Team Stomping Ground, PvP, PvP, QR codes, lock codes, all that type of stuff. But like I said though, guys, that is how you guys get millions and millions or tons and tons of Unhinged XP, which is pretty cool. But like I said though, guys, let me know in the comments if you guys have any more questions. If you guys need help with anything, let me know, and I'll help you guys out as much as I can. And remember, you guys can also, I think you get some really cool stuff from this. Rarity picks and other stuff. Battle Pass is really cool because since they add all these big rewards. Pretty cool. But like I said, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Pretty cool. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. Hit the little bell. Hit like guys know whenever I post a video. Peace out, love you.